Welcome back to Rolling the Bomb. I am Zach. Excited to bring you some more NASCAR news today. So let's get right into it. Ryan Blaney proposed this past weekend, or I believe it was on 12/12/23. Cool, driver number 12. He proposed to his longtime girlfriend Gianna. Big deal. I think they've been together for a long time. So one of the year for Ryan Blaney. Championship, proposed to his longtime girlfriend. Can't ask for a better year than that. So congrats to those two. Next topic, Blaine Perkins to drive for RSS Racing in 2024. I don't know much about Blaine. He raced last year. He had his first full year in Xfinity. He had raced for half of the year. Half races were for SS Greenlight Racing, and the other were for Al Motorsports. Don't know much about Blaine, right? Definitely, I think RSS Racing is a much better team than where he's racing at. Going to have a great opportunity. I mean, if we look at his last year stats there with those teams, out of 30 races out of 33, I think he had some got in a big wreck. There was that big wreck at Talladega where he just flipped and flipped, and I mean, it was a crazy wreck he was in. So I think he was out for a week after that. But besides that, he had 0 wins, 0 top fives, 0 top tens, and 0 poles. He led 0 laps last year. Average finish of 28.6. Nothing big, but I think this is our great opportunity to hopefully build and improve on his stats and his career. So excited to see what he can do in the RSS racing car. Next topic, Cam Walters, Supercar Driver in the V8 Supercar Australian Series, the same series that SVG races in, and also Brody Kostecki races in. Will run in select cup races for RFK's Racing's Stage 60 car. This was announced today by Speedcraft.com. This is a big deal. This whole Supercar Series movement, Supercar drivers coming over to NASCAR to test it out, has really picked up, it seems like now. We have SVG announcing his full-time ride in the Xfinity Series, and now I also saw how Brody Kostecki is going to be running in select cup races for RCR. This has been a big movement. I don't know, I think ever since SVG won that street course race, these supercar guys want to go try it out. So it'll be exciting to see. I don't know much about supercar racing, right? Don't know much about Ken Walters. He's a Ford driver. He has a big time sponsorship with Monster Energy, which is also a big time sponsor in NASCAR. Monster is reported to be the sponsor for all 3 races. He'll race in 2 road course races, and then also will have the street course race. And then he's still assigned to Tick Ford Racing, which is his team in Supercar. So this is going to be interesting. I'm excited to see how he does. We look at his overall stats in the Supercar Series. Out of 11 years, he had 202 races and 7 wins. He has 33 podiums, 10 poles, has led 633 laps, and his average finish is 11.2. I don't know much about supercar racing, like I said, so I don't know if these are good stats. If someone's watching this and is a supercar fan, please let me know if that's. I think it's a good career, and NASCAR would be a great career. So, but anyway, he seems like a very good supercar racer. I don't think he's a champion. I don't think he's SVG level, but still a very good road course racer. So excited to see. And none of this is confirmed yet, as I know, as we're speaking right now. So I'm looking forward to seeing what races he does and how he does. So excited to see this in 2024. Yeah. Last topic. Chase Briscoe wants to be the next Kevin Harvick of SHR. Listen here.
I am going to be the senior guy there now, and that's crazy to think, only being 3 years in. But I'm going to be the older statesman, I guess, there. So it'll be interesting for sure. It's something that I'm excited for. But at the same time, I think that leadership role comes from, running up front week in, week out. And, Kevin was the leader of that place because he ran the best, on the most consistent basis. So for me, that's the biggest thing is I want to be the new Kevin Harvick and Stuart Haas. I want to be the guy that's running up front week in, week out. And when people think about Stuart Haas, they think of the 14 car. So, that's kind of my whole goal going into this season. And if we do that, then that leadership role kind of just naturally gets placed upon you. But I think it's hard to just say, going into the season that you're going to be the leader now of the place just because you've been there the longest. I think it kind of comes from performance, and that's where we just have to finally back that up.
Sorry, listening to what Chase Briscoe said, he wants to be the top guy at St. Char. He'll be the older head around. He'll be the veteran of the team. They're going to be a very young team, but I think it's going to be a big year for SHR. They're going to prove that they're still that team, right? They had a bad year. That was probably one of their worst years in team history, and maybe ever since the team was built and formed. But I don't know if what Chase Briscoe was saying about Kevin Harvick, and I'm not sure he was really trying to compare himself to that, but he did kind of mention his name like loosely like that, and I think Chase Briscoe needs to slow down before he starts comparing himself to Kevin Harvick. I think he needs to start, working on his overall performance. And yes, it was a bad year for SHR, but if we look at Chase Briscoe's stats, out of 23 stats, he has 0 wins, 4 top 5s, 8 top 10s, 1 pole, and led 184 laps. An average finish of 20.3. It was not a great year. I mean, I think there was times where Chase Briscoe was running last. I mean, nothing to show for. Bad year. I mean, it was embarrassing for him, probably. Hey, his car was nothing, right? And I think this will be a much better year for Ford. I think, and SHR. I think Ford is going to give SHR a much better car. I think last year was just the aerodynamics were very bad. Weren't that good. I think this year they fixed that, and I think that will help SHR's performance-wise. But to compare yourself to Kevin Harvick, and whether or not he's trying to compare it, to me, you gotta start worrying about trying to get your average finish from 20.3 to what average maybe a 15th place finish. Come on, man, you're in SHR equipment. I mean, we look at Kevin Harvick's his stats in his last year ever in 2023. He had 0 wins, 6 top 5s, 14 top 10s, 0 poles, led 157 laps, and average finish of 14.7. So not like great stats when it comes to Kevin Harvick, but very good when it comes to SHR and their equipment. I mean, Kevin Harvick had multiple opportunities to win races this year. All right. I mean, I just can't get over the fact that like Chase Briscoe, I mean, needs to start, and for him to even say he'll run up front is a big bold take. I think Chase Briscoe needs to worry about trying to run and averaging a top 15 finish before he starts saying things like being he'll be the Kevin Harvick. I mean, I don't think he will be the Kevin Harvick. I think it's going to be a mix. I think you're going to see Ryan Preece run up front a lot more too. I believe that Noah Gragson will be good too. And I think Josh Berry will too. I see Josh Berry being good on the road course. I mean, the short tracks. I don't think Chase Briscoe is going to be the Kevin Harvick. I don't think you're going to see that one car domination like they saw last year because, I mean, Kevin Hart was the best car all year at SHR, and that was a down year at SHR. So I think Chase Briscoe needs to work on himself and worry about finishing better and averaging better finishes before he starts just using like Kevin Harvick's name like that. And whether or not he really means it like that, I mean, that's Kevin Harvick, dude. I just don't think Chase Briscoe is that guy yet. I don't think Chase Briscoe is that guy yet. I think he has potential to be a very good Cup guy, but compare yourself or mention Kevin Hart's name, it's a little bit of a stretch for me. That's all I'm gonna say. It'll be interesting to see how he does. I think he'll be the lead guy in XHR, but how well will he do? How consistent will he be? Will he be more consistent? I think he will. I think he'll be better. But that's all I'm gonna say about that. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Like and subscribe. Tell me how you think. Let me know if I suck. Make fun of me if you want. Whatever. I love you guys, and I'll see you next one. Bye.